Welcome everyone to our annual Dr. Martin Luther King Forum. This year the forum title is "This Madness Must End, Dr. Martin Luther King and the U.S. Budget Debate." My name is Ira Harrett. I'm the program coordinator for the Kansas City American Friends Service Committee. We hold this forum because we want to celebrate Dr. King's life and his legacy. But he was much more than just a person that said, we all need to get along. He had a prophetic voice and vision for us that was relevant in his day and is equally relevant today. And so too often, the warm feelings about Dr. King are expressed without recognizing the words that he offered that called upon us to be revolutionaries. He said, "True compassion is more than flinging a coin to a beggar. It comes that an edifice which produces beggars needs restructuring."
The middle class did not cause this, what's going on. But who do they want to take money from? Out of Social Security, out of Head Start, everything that we are trying to just make it.
Important to know about this debate, that there are people out there whose very lives depend on these things being passed. And meanwhile, you got a Congress that's just basically playing politics. Has nothing else to do with anything.
Pearl, in this budget debate, we hear a lot about folks kind of juxtapose. They say, we can't do this because we're hurting our future generations. You're here as a student. You are one of the future generations. I think it's important for us to hear from you directly.
It made me think about some of the children that we've been working with, some of the youth. In American Friends Service Committee, we work with a lot of middle school and high school age youth. And a lot of them that we've come in contact with, some of them were homeless youth. A lot of them were in Restart programming and different things of that nature. And to hear some of their reactions to some of the information that we shared with them about the federal budget, majorly the discretionary budget, they were very upset about it. And I felt like we couldn't help them as far as further than what we could educate them, which is amazing help. But they were really upset. A lot of them were very objective, and it's like, well, what can we do? And that's what we're there to teach them. There is something that you can do. Though you're homeless now, or though you're in Restart now, there's a lot that you can do with this information. Someone just had to go out there and give it to them. So when I was listening to them talk about the youth and homelessness, it's real. Like, it's beyond statistics. It's beyond just saying 1 out of every 50. It's real. If you go around downtown Kansas City, you see it.
This whole budget crisis that we're hearing about is nothing new. From time to time, we have this whole issue of we're going to go down the tubes financially. The federal government's fiscal health is at stake here if we don't do something. And in the 1990s, we threw poor mothers and children under the bus. It was a program called, well, we know it as TANF now, which was a major, cruel cut for poor women and children. They were trying to cut Social Security and Medicare for quite some time. It's a conservative hatred for the programs of Franklin Delano Roosevelt and Lyndon Johnson. In other words, programs designed to equalize income in society. Speaking directly to healthcare, one of the things that we have a problem with in America today is income inequality.